Hey guys, and welcome to this episode of Review Flex. In this video, we're going to be talking about the upcoming Deadpool 3 movie, and according to Fandango, it looks like it's going to be their most anticipated movie of 2024. So guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, stay up to date with all the movie news we have going on around here, and with that down, let's jump into this Deadpool news. So, we're going to take a look at this article from comicbookmovie.com. Deadpool 3 tops Fandango's list of most anticipated 2024 movies, but Madam Web and Kraven the Hunter are missing in action. So Deadpool 3 has been singled out as 2024's most anticipated movie and superhero movie, according to Fandango users, but there's no sign of Madam Web or Kraven the Hunter. Yeah, so regardless of whether you're, into the superhero genre, whether you like DC, whether you like Marvel, or you're just a casual, movie-going fan, Deadpool 3 is on everybody's radar because, whatever happens in Deadpool 3 is going to be crazy, insane. It's going to change sort of the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Deadpool, coming into the MCU and potentially having X-Men cameos in there as well. And obviously we've got Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine, which everybody is super excited for as well. So this movie has so much going for it. There's so much anticipation, I should say, and hype around this movie. And yeah, man, just take my money. I cannot wait to see it. But the fact that Kraven the Hunter and Madam Web are missing from, Fandango's list, it might just go to show that they're kind of, less popular characters. Maybe the casual audience that go to the cinema don't know these characters so well. Therefore, the popularity kind of takes a hit with those two characters. And maybe that's why they haven't made the list like they have with Deadpool. Obviously, Deadpool's an established character as well, having 2 films already been made. So, the popularity of the character is really, really high compared to Kraven and Madam Web. But let's keep reading, guys, and see what else we can learn about this Fandango list of anticipated movies. So, Fandango, North America's leading online movie ticketing service, has surveyed more than 8,000 ticket buyers to find out which film performances movies fans are most anticipating on the big screen in 2024. According to the company's 2024 Most Anticipated Movie Survey, the films that fans are most excited to see include Deadpool 3, Beetlejuice 2, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, Dune Part 2, Venom 3, Despicable Me 4, Inside Out 2, and more. So, this is a quote. 2023 was a monumental year for moviegoers and theaters alike, with blockbusters like Barbie, Oppenheimer, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and many more uniting audiences of all ages to experience brilliant stories on the big screen. That's what going to the theaters is all about. People of all ages, from all backgrounds, it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, your kind of circumstances in your life, everybody can go and watch a film, everybody can enjoy it, and everybody's kind of united for that hour and a half while they're sat in the theater, all together as one, watching a film, enjoying it, and it's just brilliant being part of the film fan community like that. So, Fandango Managing Director Eric Davis said in a press release, the quote that we just read, "So, the new year is looking to bring even more people back into the theaters through returning franchises such as Deadpool, Ghostbusters, Beetlejuice, and Despicable Me, beloved reimagined stories like Mean Girls and Wicked Part 1, and highly anticipated action blockbusters like Dune Part 2 and A Quiet Place Day 1, which I'm so looking forward to. A Quiet Place is such a good franchise. Guys, if you haven't seen the Quiet Place movies, make sure you get on it real quick, because Quiet Place is so good. It's like an alien invasion kind of post-apocalyptic movie, for those of you who don't know. But guys, seriously, get on it. It's amazing. So, the list of most anticipated superhero movies makes for particularly interesting reading. 2024's sole MCU movie, Deadpool 3, tops the list and is followed by Venom 3, which somehow beats Joker Folie à Deux. That's very surprising. Venom 3 has beat out Joker Folie à Deux in popularity. Wow. Yeah, I would never have called that. It's hard to say what Transformers 1 and Godzilla x Kong the New Empire are doing on a list of superhero movies, but they both topped Madam Web and Kraven the Hunter, neither of which make the cut. Godzilla and Transformers is on a superhero movie list. That's really interesting. Are they classed as superheroes, really? Maybe in the eyes of Fandango they are. I'm not really sure you would class Godzilla as a superhero. That's very outside of the bounds of what you would categorize as a superhero. I could see, Transformers being superheroes in a way. They come in, they save the day. They kind of have superpowers in a way. But Godzilla, superhero, not really sure about that. It's also not surprising to see that there's a huge amount of excitement among moviegoers to see more of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Absolutely, that's going to be one of the major selling points of Deadpool 3. The fact that they got Hugh Jackman to come back as Wolverine. Just seeing that alone is worth the ticket of admission, But the thing is, will Hugh Jackman overshadow Deadpool in his own movie because of his popularity? That's the thing that I'm wondering about. And the fact that they apparently, you know, there's all these rumors about X-Men cameos that are going to be popping up, you know, from the Fox universe. So, you know, it's going to be super interesting to see what happens in this movie, because apparently Deadpool is killing off the Fox universe. And, you know, just so much crazy stuff's going to happen. Obviously, Deadpool's entering the MCU as well. So it's kind of like the first R-rated MCU film, I believe. So there's so much stuff going on here, and it's so interesting, and you know, people are just on the edge of their seats as to what's going to happen with this Deadpool movie. And yeah, I mean, the previous Deadpool movies have been absolutely incredible as well, so it's bolstered the popularity even more. So guys, we have a list here from Fandango of, you know, different lists that they put together, you know, that they've asked their moviegoers, you know, to kind of chime in. And let's have a look at these lists, guys, because they're really interesting to read. So 2024's most anticipated wide release films. So as it said above, guys, where was it? Let me just bear with me 1 second. Yeah, they surveyed more than 8,000 ticket buyers to find out. So this is a survey of 8,000 ticket buyers, and this is the resulting lists as, you know, from that survey, guys. So 2024's most anticipated wide release films. So at the top of the list, we have Deadpool 3, Beetlejuice 2, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I'm surprised that Ghostbusters is up as high as it is. I guess, you know, there's a huge fan base out there for Ghostbusters, and sometimes we just forget about that. At least I do. Dune, I completely expected that. Venom 3, expected that. Despicable 4 is a massive... Despicable franchise is massive. It generates so much money and interest. Inside Out, wasn't suspecting that. Lord of the Rings, The War of Rohirrim. I believe that's an animated movie, if I'm not wrong. Gladiator 2, that's going to be near the top of everybody's list. Gladiator, I mean, just, you know, the first Gladiator was a masterpiece of filmmaking. So Gladiator 2, we expect the same kind of story. A Quiet Place Day 1. As I say, guys, get on Quiet Place if you haven't seen it. So, most anticipated new performances on the big screen. Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn in Joker Folie à Deux. So there's a lot of people that are looking forward to her portrayal of what Harley Quinn is going to be in, you know, the Joker sequel. And I'm very interested to see how she's going to pull off that character and how it's different from, you know, the Margot Robbie version. Jenna Ortega in Beetlejuice. Guys, I never grew up watching Beetlejuice. I haven't watched any of the movies. I don't know anything about the character. I don't really have any interest in it. But I know Beetlejuice is super popular, and there's probably a lot of you guys watching that are probably very interested in this, you know, this project. But for me, I don't know anything about it. I don't really have any interest. Ariana Grande as Galinda in Wicked Part 1. I've never seen Wicked. Chris Pratt as Garfield. I'm looking forward to that. I grew up watching Garfield. I have a ginger cat myself that I own. So I know, like, I have a link to kind of like ginger cats. So just out of curiosity, just to go and watch Chris Pratt play Garfield. I mean, I've got to go and see that. Pedro Pascal in Gladiator 2. I didn't even know he was in the movie, if I'm honest. Most anticipated heroes. Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine in Deadpool 3. And then we've got Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson. So, people are actually... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So, people are actually anticipating Hugh Jackman more. They're more excited for Hugh Jackman as Wolverine than Deadpool, because Hugh Jackman's number 1 and Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson's number 2. So, that's interesting. Steve Carell as Groot in Despicable Me 4. Yeah, Steve Carell kills it in that role. As I said, Despicable Me is a huge franchise. So, Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock. Yeah, the Venom franchise has been a bit hit and miss for me. I enjoyed the first one, not so much the other movies. It's kind of cheesy. It's okay. The first movie was really good. Jack Black as Poe in Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda's okay. Again, I saw the first one. I haven't seen the other ones. I know there's a big, there's a big audience for these movies. A lot of people like the Kung Fu Panda. So, most anticipated villains. Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice in Beetlejuice 2. That's surprising. Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. Okay, so she's at the top of the list nearly again. Joaquin Phoenix as Arthur Fleck. I cannot wait to see Joaquin Phoenix back as the Joker. He was so scary good in the first movie. Like, he pulled off that character just unbelievable. The aliens from A Quiet Place. Yeah, Quiet Place is incredible. The alien design and the way they move and the whole kind of design behind the alien race is really, really kind of cool. Austin Butler as... I don't even know how to say that. Rufa in Dune Part 2. I don't know how to say that, guys. Sorry. So, next up, we have the most anticipated action-adventure non-superhero movies. Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire at the top. There's a big audience that are really looking forward to that movie. I'm looking forward to it. Dune Part 2. Yep, again. Lord of the Rings, The War for Rohirrim. Gladiator 2, and A Quiet Place Day 1. A Quiet Place seems to be at the bottom quite a lot on this list, but the fact that it still made the list is quite impressive. I think there's a lot of people that are very interested in A Quiet Place as the franchise. So, most anticipated family movies. Despicable Me 4, as I say, Despicable, just huge franchise. Inside Out, again, you know, the first one was really good. Kung Fu Panda, you know, 3 movies that have done amazingly well. People love those movies. Mufasa, The Lion King. What more can you say? The Lion King is an iconic Disney property. And Garfield. I love to see Garfield on there. Garfield, yeah, he just makes me smile. Most anticipated comedies. So Beetlejuice 2. I didn't even know Beetlejuice was a comedy, to be fair. I literally have no understanding of Beetlejuice whatsoever. Is it like a horror, but like a comedy? Is it like a slapstick horror comedy type thing? I don't really know what it is. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, again near the top of the list. Bad Boys 4. I forgot that was even a movie, to be fair. But yeah, Bad Boys, the comedic timing, you know, of Will Smith and you know, just it's such a funny franchise. Mean Girls, I don't really have any interest. Wicked, I know that was a West End musical, wasn't it? That they're adapting into a movie. So we'll have to see how that turns out, because I'd be interested in that. Most anticipated superhero movies. So this is the big one. Deadpool 3 at the top, then Venom 3, Joker Folie à Deux, Transformers 1, Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. Yeah, I'm very, what's the word, bewildered that Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire is on a superhero movie list. I wonder why they regard it as a superhero movie. But yeah, Deadpool 3 and Venom 3, that kind of, you know, that sits perfectly well with what you would expect to be at the top of the list. And yeah, Godzilla in a superhero genre, don't get that. Most anticipated horror or suspense thrillers. So Beetlejuice 2, okay, so it's a horror, a suspense, and a thriller, apparently. Alien Romulus, so a new Alien movie. A lot of people are anticipating an Alien movie, but then again, we've been let down so much by the Alien franchise that we kind of have to keep our reservations in check before we see it. Hopefully they put out some good trailers that get us excited. Nosferatu, the remake of the very old vampire franchise. That's going to be interesting to watch. Twisters, the sequel to the original Twister movie. I remember watching Twister as a kid and I was terrified by it. Having all these huge twisters and yeah, chasing them down in these vehicles, and I remember that. I'm looking forward to the sequel. The Watchers, I don't know what that is. Most anticipated theatrical genres. So action and adventure, comedy, superhero, comic book. I would have thought that would have been at the top, you know. Drama and animated and family. There's no like rom-coms, there's no westerns, there's no war films. You know, all of these genres just don't exist anymore. We don't get any westerns. We get hardly any rom-coms. Westerns, rom-coms. You don't see hardly any war films anymore. There's just genres that have just completely kind of disappeared from the big box office. We get the few, you know, odd ones in between, but you just don't see them en masse anymore. So again, guys, we have the Twitter post here from Fandango. We asked over 8,000 Fandango ticket buyers, and here are the 10 most anticipated movies of 2024. We'll quickly just do a recap. So we got Deadpool number 1, Beetlejuice number 2, Ghostbusters number 3, June number 4, Venom in number 5, Despicable Me in number 6, Inside Out in number 7, Lord of the Rings: The War for Rohirrim, which again I think is an animated film, if I'm not mistaken. Gladiator 2 number 9, and A Quiet Place number 10. I'm really glad that made the list. And yeah, that's kind of where we are, guys. So it looks like Deadpool 3 is at the top of the list. Where is it? Let me just try and find it again. Most anticipated. Yeah, there it is. So most anticipated superheroes, guys. So yeah, Deadpool 3, Venom 3, Joker Folie à Deux, Transformers 1, and strangely enough, Godzilla x Kong apparently is a superhero movie. According to Fandango. I have no idea how that gets on the list. But yeah, guys, this, you know, that's the kind of list that we have for the most anticipated superhero movies and movies in general for 2024. Did you expect this list to be the same? Is your list different? Guys, if your list is different, put it down in the comment section. Let me know what your list of most anticipated movies for 2024, sorry. Put it in the comment section. I'd love to hear, and I'd love for you guys to share your lists, and I'd love to see what your list is. Maybe it's different from mine. I'm going to post mine in the comment section for everybody to see, and I can't wait to read yours, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon.